Welcome back to Mustache Moto. It's Ben. Today it's time for an oil change on the R1250 GSA. So just like my other videos, I'm going to keep this short and snappy. We're going to get it done really quick so you can get out there and change the oil on your bike. Of course, you need oil. I use the Castrol Power One. Whatever you use, make sure it's the API SL and the JASO MA2. That's what let you know it's the right oil for your motorcycle. All right, I use for an oil filter, I use the K&N. I like the 17 millimeter nut on it. Makes it easy to get that off. You don't need a special tool then. So 17 millimeter socket. I got my socket wrench. I've got the, what is it, T30 to get my skid plate off. 10 millimeter hex to get the drain plug out. And then, of course, the BMW tool to open up the oil filler cap. Also, paper towels, got a drip pan, aluminum foil to cover the header so that the oil filter doesn't drip all over it and smoke. All right, let's get right into it. I forgot to mention that you want your oil warm when you change it, so take your bike out for a spin, get it up to temperature, park it for about 15 minutes. You want it warm, but not too hot to the touch. You don't want to burn yourself. All right, take your new filter. You're gonna put a little oil in threads, oil in the gasket. On it goes. Okay, once it touches, you're gonna go 3/4 to 1 turn, tight. I'm gonna replace the O-ring, the metal ring on the drain plug, which actually looks like it might be stuck on there. You don't have to replace it every time, but I've got them, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it this time. Remember, tight but not super tight. You don't need to, just snug and a little tighter. You don't want to go too tight on that. You don't want to take a chance of stripping anything out. All right, let's take the cap off. If you need to use this as a lever, put that in there, turn it to get it started. Like that. All right, so now I like to underfill. So I'll put about 3.5, maybe 3 3/4 of a bottle in there, and then I'm going to close it up, and I'm going to run it, and I can get it up to temperature, and then I'm going to check it in the sight glass and make sure it's where it needs to be. All right, so rode the bike around, got it up to full temperature, put it on the center stand, ran it until the fan kicked on, turned it off, let it sit 5 minutes. That's the sequence for checking your oil level. And if you look, it's right up near the top of that red circle. So that is just about exactly where I want it. That's why I don't put the full 4 quarts in when I'm refilling it. Just for reference, from the very bottom of that red circle to the very top of that red circle is 800 milliliters. So if you're at the very bottom, you know how much you need to put in to get it up to the top. You don't want it above the top. All right, thanks for joining me. Hope you can do your oil now. The one thing left is to reset the service interval on the computer, and I'm going to do that in the next video. Check it out.